Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Hardcore. Now this video is actually the 50th video that I'm uploading to YouTube, and as a result it might be a little bit longer than the normal. However, it's for good reason, because there is a lot of stuff that we're going to get done today, and I think it's time to get straight into it. And I've decided not to do anything lazy like a base tour or anything like that. No, I'm going to be doing some actual work, and some of that work is going to involve this monstrosity over here. That's right, we're going to take care of the chicken yard, but we'll get to that a little later. First things first, we are headed to the place I despise. We are going back to the nether. And the reason I'm going back to the nether is so I don't have to go back to the nether, and if that doesn't make sense, well, let's get in there. I'll show you what I want to do, and perhaps that'll clarify what I mean. And here we are. As terrible as always, I really do despise this place, and what we're going to be doing is actually taking down this nether portal, because we are moving it up to the nether roof. So let's destroy this portal, and then we take the exact coordinates of this one and build it up on the roof. Now I know it doesn't need to be the exact same coordinates, but I want it as close as possible. And now the next thing we need to do is make our way up to the nether ceiling, and this place is absolutely perfect for it because we've got the nether rack going all the way up to the ceiling, so we don't need to take the risk of pillaring up and perhaps getting knocked down. So let's just dig our way up. And here we are. We are finally at the nether ceiling, and what we are looking for is a block that sits at 127. So far we haven't found one yet. Let's see where this one goes. That is 126. Not high enough. And as it turns out, it is harder to find a block at 127 than I anticipated. I've been looking around for a while now. I haven't found anything yet. Oh, but this looks promising. What do we have here? Yes, 127. So we can get going. Now, I haven't gone up to the nether roof in any of my previous hardcore worlds for two reasons. Firstly, I haven't survived long enough to make it anything viable. And secondly, it is actually quite dangerous to do this. You can get stuck in the bedrock at the top, and as a result, you can actually suffocate. So I've got my ender pearl. Let's hope I have a good trip. Here we go, and wow, that was actually 100% painless, and we are up on the nether roof. So now what I want to do is find the right coordinates, put down my new nether portal, and then as we light it, it should link up to the one in the tower, and it should take me home. Now I've already had one false start. I started putting down blocks in the wrong place, but fortunately it was just 2 pieces of netherrack, and I think right here is the correct block. There we go. Now just 2 to this side. I can put down my other piece of netherrack, and then we can build this portal. And once this is done, we will have safe passage to pretty much anywhere in the world. All we need to do is come up here, place down a nether portal in the right spot, and we will instantly have a portal to take us wherever we want to go. And here we are. We have lit the portal. Let's see if we have been successful. Now, theoretically, if I go through here, I should emerge in the overworld in the tower. Let's see if I have managed to do this correctly. And absolutely perfect. Now, it's night, so let's go sleep, and we'll carry on after that. And it's time to put down our second portal, and we're doing that in the end portal room over here in the stronghold. Now, usually you would go up on the nether roof, you would figure out what the coordinates are that you want to correspond in the overworld, and then you would build the portal on the roof and link. Oh, goodness, go away, you vile little thing. Let's just get rid of this. There we go. And now, before we were interrupted, I was saying usually you would go up to the roof and link up the portal from there to the overworld. However, I want this one in a very specific place, so we're going to do this in reverse. First, let's dig out a space for our portal right over here, and let's build a portal. Now I'm going to build this portal, then I'm going to link through to the nether, take down the exact coordinates, and then go up to the roof and build another portal on those coordinates like I did with the first one. So let's see where we come out. And not too bad. We didn't spawn in some lava in the middle of nowhere, so we can take down this portal. But first, let's get the exact coordinates like we did with the first one. There we go. And then we'll take down this portal, head back up to the roof, and build the portal there, linking it back down. And here we go with take 2. Let's hope it's as smooth as the first time. And yes, it was. Now, I've seen people get stuck in the bedrock. I've had some trouble getting through myself once or twice, but both times this time was absolutely painless. So now all we need to do is find the right coordinates, and then we can build the portal linking back to the overworld, and we will have a quick passage between the village and the end portal. And here we go. With any luck, this should link up to the end portal below. So let's light the sucker, let's get in there, and let's see if we have done this correctly. So here we go. And we're holding thumbs. And absolutely brilliant. It is working perfectly. So far, it's been nothing but smooth sailing. And now we get to the reason why we are doing all of this. I want to build myself an Enderman farm. And I can use it to get some valuable XP. I've got all the villagers down here and they do provide a lot of experience. However, I need something just a little bit stronger. The villagers are limited. They run out of stock. I run out of emeralds. Well, not really, because they're all dirt cheap. But we need somewhere where we can get unlimited experience. Now, I've pretty much got everything I need to make this Enderman farm. But I'm just grabbing a few pretty blocks in case I want to decorate it a little bit. Now, I've never built an Enderman farm before, so I am going to build the one from sportskeeda.com, and I'll leave a link in the description. But I've built their iron farm before, and the results were absolutely brilliant. So I'm hoping their Enderman farm gives me similar results. So we've got everything we need, and we are heading back into the nether, but not into the nether, onto the nether. In fact, we are going to try out our transport system for the very first time. So let's see. We go through the portal, and then we just quickly hop over to the end portal, and look at that, seconds to travel from the one portal to the other. And we are already in the portal room, so nothing left to do except make our way into the end. Now, as I said, I've never built an Enderman farm before, but I do know it requires doing something absolutely terrifying, especially for a hardcore world, and that is plunge headfirst into the void. Now, what I need to do is go down this water stream, place blocks all the way down to level 0, and oh no, do not fall yet. Alright, so we're down here and we're placing some blocks. Now, the first problem is I could fall out of the water stream into the void. Second problem is I can drown, and I'm sure there has to be a better way of doing this. And as it turns out, there is indeed a better way of doing this. My wife informed me after watching me build this thing for about 5 seconds that I need to get myself some lava. So we're heading back to the overworld. Let's just grab our water first, and we're going to get ourselves a bucket of lava. So let's make our way back to the portal, and we'll be back in just a second. And here we go, take 2. We have some lava, and we're gonna put this down right there. Now we just need to wait for it to make its way slowly down to the bottom of the void, and then we'll put down a bucket of water next to it, and the water will go down, turning all of this lava into a pillar of cobblestone. And that should give us an easy way down, and hopefully a safer way down, because this is where I can very easily lose this world. And it looks like the lava's gonna set all of those nasty leaves on fire, which is welcome because I need to remove them anyway. And there we go. I think that has reached the bottom. So now we need to grab our water, and I think I'm just gonna put that down there. And there it goes. And oh no, that was not what I was expecting. I think I probably should have picked up my lava first. But no harm, no foul. It is still making its way down. It is turning the lava into cobblestone, and this is going well so far. So let's wait. And I think the lava and the water is still making its way down, but we're going to get started up here. And the first thing I'm going to add is a bit of a safety rail, because the last thing I want to do is fall down here. So let's just get over here. Yeah, you can see some of the lava still down there. And there we go. We have our safety rail. So the next thing we need to do is go over here, put down some ladders, and now comes the absolutely terrifying job of going down this ladder and placing them as we go. So let's see if I can get down here onto the ladder without falling into the void. I think I'm on the ladder. Yes, I'm on the ladder. All right, now it seems to be a bit of a problem with the hitbox of the ladder. I can't place it on that block over there. I need to place it underneath that block, and then I can place the next ladder on top of that. So if this is the way we need to do it, that's the way we need to do it. And we've got a heck of a long way to go. And we are almost at the bottom. I hope we're on level 37. We need to make our way to level 0. So there is still a lot of way to it. No! Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. That was terrifying. I'm going to land here. I'm going to calm down. And I'm just going to catch my breath, regain my nerve, and then we can continue the ladder down. And we have finally reached the bottom. Now comes the tricky part of trying to put some leaves down there. And we've got the problem of that ladder's hitbox. So I'm not sure how we're going to get the leaves on that block over there. Let me just... Oh, okay, well, that'll work. And here we go. Level 0, and now we should be standing on level 1. And the next part of the process involves building a bridge 200 blocks from the end island, and that is to prevent any of our spawns coming from the other side of the island. Now we've got all our stuff in our shulker box over here. Let's just get some more leaves, because I'm gonna need quite a few of them. I'll grab some bricks as well, and then we will put... Crud. Okay, well, that shulker box had everything I needed to complete this build, and I'm just going to build a little platform here, head back to the overworld, and get some more materials. So I'm just going to build a few blocks out here. I need to build a few blocks out anyway, and this will provide a platform for me to land on when I get back. So let's just go, build it out a little bit, and then we'll head back to the overworld, get some more stuff, and come back. And I've lost one of my 6 shulker boxes in the process. Great fun so far. But aside from almost dying and losing one of my shulker boxes in the process, the rest of the build has gone off without a hitch. So we are just setting up everything we can over here, and this part was a little bit tricky because the instructions were a little unclear. I wasn't sure where to put the trapdoors or the carpets. But eventually we figured it out, and once that was done, we were ready for the final part of this build. And the final part is, according to many, the hardest part of it all, and that is getting the endermite into position. Now I've come up with a little plan over here. I'm going to put down rails. I'm going to put down a minecart over there. Then I'm going to stand at this end and throw the ender pearls at the other end. If an endermite spawns, I'll just push the minecart and he'll be trapped in it. But, yeah, okay, there's a few flaws to my plan, like I can't get past this minecart, and I might need to remove this piece of rail at the end, but let's see. I'll throw the ender pearl, turn around, put down the minecart, and trap the endermite. And there we go, we've got an endermite. So we put down the minecart, we push the minecart, and the endermite is trapped. However, I have made another bit of a boo-boo. I did not name that endermite before I put him in a minecart, and I can't name him now, which means I have to get him out of the minecart, name him, and then somehow try and get him back into the minecart. So nothing to do except break this thing, and he's on the rails and he's chasing me. Lovely. Okay. Well, he was caught on the carpet for a second, and then he fell down to the bottom. So I need to decide, do I kill that one and go for a new endermite, or try and make this work? And I've opted for option number B. I'm going to try and make this work. So I'm building a little leaf staircase up here. I'm going to lure the endermite up here, and then trap him in the minecart as he comes falling down there. What can possibly go wrong? And here we go. We've named the endermite. He is on his way. And we've got our minecart ready, and Haha! He is trapped. We now have one named Endermite in a minecart. So we can start getting rid of all this nonsense around here. And then once we get the Endermite in position, we have a lot of cleanup to do because I want to keep it neat and tidy. And I need to remove all the extra blocks, both here and over at the ladder. And all we're doing now is finally nudging this guy into position. I don't know why he hurts so much, but we are almost there. One more little push, and there we go. Our Endermite is in position. That means we can clean everything up, remove the torches on the spawning platform, and with that done, we should have a fully functioning Enderman farm. So let's get rid of these blocks and go try it out. And so far so good. It is functioning as intended, and we've got a lot of Endermen over here, and they are very, very loud indeed. So let's see if this works. And we should... What? Oh, no. Get out of here. Get out of here. That was way too close for comfort. It seems we have a bit of a problem, as those guys can teleport onto the leaves behind me, even though they can't spawn there. So I might need to find a solution. And as it turns out, the solution was very, very simple indeed. All we need to do is waterlog all of these leaves, and they won't be able to teleport to them. So I'm just quickly creating an infinite water supply over here. Now I've got the water buckets in my shulker box, but first I think let's light up this place so we don't have any Endermen spawning over here while we're busy working. And then let's get our buckets of water and let's waterlog this entire area. Unfortunately, I brought only the 2 buckets, so this might take a little while. Alrighty, let's grab some water over here, and now I was right, I can only grab the middle water. And we're going to start here and simply waterlog everything. Back in a bit. And there we go, we have waterlogged everything, and look at that Enderman fly. Well, that should keep me safe while I'm at my Ender farm. And I think, oh, I missed these 2. Fortunately, I've still got 2 buckets of water. Just pop that in there, and this, ladies and gentlemen, should be working perfectly now. We've got 8 ender pearls in there, and we've got some Endermen dying of entity cramming. Now, as long as I hit them, I should still get the experience from that. So let's get some XP going over here. And I must admit, when I started building this thing, I was wondering if it is actually worthwhile. I had all of the villagers, I could get plenty of experience. But looking at this now, looking at those levels go up, this was definitely the right call. I am very happy with this experience farm, and I'm also very happy that I didn't die. And this sound really is something to behold. I've turned the volume way down on my game sounds, and still it is deafening. But our work here is done. We've got 60 levels, we've got tons of ender pearls, and I think it's time that we get out of here. And our next project is this abomination behind me. We've got a ton of chickens, they're laying a ton of eggs, but we aren't exactly doing anything with those eggs. So my next project is going to be a chicken cooker. We can get the eggs, we can get some roast chicken from all of this, and I think it should not be too difficult. So first thing we need to do is mark out the area that we're going to dig out underneath this farm. We need to leave 1 block, so I need to go down 2 over here. Alright, let's just get out of the hole. And then we'll go and do the same on the other end, and this will tell me exactly how far I need to dig underneath this chicken farm. So I think the other end is right over here. Let's get this corner marked out, and then let's go dig a big hole. And we've dug a hole, and it is actually quite a bit bigger than I had anticipated. Now the problem is that I need to line this entire thing with rails and powered rails, but I have 0 powered rails. I also have 0 gold, which means I need to go and find me some gold. I've used every last bit I had to make golden apples to cure the villagers, and I think the best course of action would be to go to the nether and mine me some nether gold. Now, alright, let's just fill up this hole quickly. Let's just grab our dirt and plug that up. And then I think we need to go back to that dreadful, dreadful place. Let's go back to the nether. Of course, we have one small problem, and that is that I hooked up my nether portal to the nether roof, which means I have no way of getting into the nether at the moment. However, that is easily rectified, and I think I'm going to make a new nether portal on Sheep Island. So let's just get in here, let's place it right here, dig out these 4 blocks, and then let's make a new nether portal. Hopefully it's far enough away that it won't leak up to the one on the roof. I think it should be. It is quite a distance from the old one. But let's build it, let's light it, and let's go through and see. It's the only way we'll know for sure. So nether portal is done. Let's light this sucker up. And let's head back into the nether. And let's hope we don't spawn in a field of lava or something. So let's eat. And then let's see where this thing spits us out. And... oh, okay, I recognize exactly where this is. It is literally behind where our old portal used to be. So I'm just going to go straight in here, dig out as much gold as I can. We've already got a few blocks here. And I'm not going to waste any time doing anything else over here. So let's get digging. Let's get some gold. And let's go home. And we managed to get quite a bit of gold from the nether. As you can see, we just finished fortuning it up. And let's grab all of our nuggets. None fell down here. That's good news. And we have quite a few nuggets. And that should give us more than enough bars to make our powered rails and complete our chicken farm. So here we go. And we are 1 stack short of making a stack of bars. However, I think we should pass a stack anyway. So let's just use all of these, make a few more bars. That's 7, and it leaves us with exactly 9. Beautiful, and we have over a stack. And we've made our powered rails. We've laid down most of the rails we need to lay down here. We've even made a little unloader here. So, last thing we need to do is just pop down all of these. Not like that. Let's just remove these 2. I think I'll put that one down first. 1 more block of dirt over there. And then we can get the last 2 rails in here. And that's it. Now, if we put down our minecart, it should go along its merry way, collecting all of the eggs, coming back and depositing them in the chicken cooker. So let's just see. Yeah, there it goes. It's picking up all of the eggs as it goes along. And that means we can get busy on the next part of this project. And the next part is the actual chicken cooker. We need something to fire the eggs. We need a place that will cook the chickens once they grow up. And I can always just go and look up how to do this. But I want to try and do this on my own. My redstone skills aren't the greatest. They sort of exist, but nothing fantastic. I've managed to make some beautiful machines before, and I'm quite confident that I can figure this out without getting any help from a tutorial. And so far, I think I have almost managed to make the chicken thing fire. Let's just get a little bit of space here. And I think I need to put down a repeater over there, and then take some redstone out here. And we have an egg machine gun, but that's gonna burn out. Yep, I need to set that tick 1 slower. And then let's remove the torch. Let's try this again. It should be working now. And look at it go. We have a chicken egg gun. And we've got an absolute ton of eggs over here in the chest. That's gonna make plenty of chickens. But right now, we need to build the cooking part of this project. And the cooking chamber is done. All that's left for us to do is pop in some lava over here. And then let's replace the torch and watch it go to work. We already have 1 chicken, and this is working beautifully. It is working quickly, and I think this is going to do the job just fine. But as it turns out, it was doing the job too fine, which means the chickens were dying of entity cramming over here before they could grow up and get cooked. Now I have to figure out a way to slow down the rate of fire on this thing, or I need to add a few more cooking chambers. And I think maybe the best would be a combination of both, and that means I need to go into my creative world and come up with a better system. I need to go build a better chicken farm. And we are back, and say hello to the Chickenator 5000. 5 times the lava, 5 times the cooking chambers, 5 times, hopefully, the roasted chicken. Now I've tuned the timing to perfection in my creative world, and this thing should be delivering a ton of roast chicken in no time at all. And with our chicken farm completed, it's time to move on to today's final build. Now I was debating over where I should actually build this thing, and I've decided right here behind my first house is the perfect spot. As you can see, I've flattened out the area already, I've gotten rid of all the trees, and I've collected a ton of supplies. Just look at that many different supplies, and I think this is going to be brilliant. So let's take a quick look. Nice flat area over there. I will fix up the edges as soon as I've got a chance, but I've lit it up down here so we won't get any mobs spawning. And with that, it's time to start our special 50th YouTube video build. Let's get out there and let's start building. And it is looking beautiful. I have never built anything like this before. Most people build a big tree or something. I decided, as Fungosaurus Rex, to go for a giant mushroom. And I think it is looking absolutely glorious. We've got some lanterns and glowberries lighting the cap. And we've got some spores coming down from the top. And from this angle, it stands out quite dramatically. Now we've got a bit of a problem with a bamboo field in the way, but I was planning on taking that down and turning it into an automatic farm anyway. But before we go, let's take a quick look inside. As you'll notice, the entire thing is hollow, and that means we can build some water elevators on both sides to go up and down, and at the top, we actually have quite a bit of space. Look at that. We can build something absolutely beautiful in here. Perhaps a little jungle getaway or something of the like. I'm not entirely sure yet. We can also possibly put a farm or two up here, but we'll have to see in future episodes. For now, let's take a quick look on the outside, and I've deviated from my original design, which just had a little bit of a spruce fence going around it, and decided a giant mushroom needs a fairy circle around it. And as you can see, we've got a bunch of smaller mushrooms, we've got some trees, and then we've added just a bit of bamboo for effect. And I'm very, very happy with the way that this has turned out. But that, ladies and gents, is really all we have time for today. This episode has gone on for quite a while, and if you've reached this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a like if you did, and if you want to see some more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But this is Fungosaurus Rex saying, until next time, beautiful people, stay awesome. Bye-bye.